Alright, let's start this VEDA thing, shall we? Kidding. I meant to do that. I mean, okay. On the level now. I was going to keep going with this, and I just totally got really absorbed with work. Basically, I keep telling myself I'm not gonna accept any more hours. And every time they just like, hey, can you work this day? I'm like, hells yeah. So, I don't know. I guess it's something my mom did to me that I can't refuse work. Anyway, so, yeah, I meant to start back up with VEDA, and it just didn't work out. I mean, April 1st, I was going to get on that, and I was going to have like a really awesome April Fool's too, and it just didn't happen. So, yeah, anyway, I just messed up. Also, I tend to recall saying I wouldn't mess up, and I did anyway. So, there's that. But yeah, what's been going on? Taxes have been going on. Yeah, so that craziness has been going. Been playing a lot of Pokemon lately, because I've been roaring up for the new one, because I haven't gotten it yet. And so I was using this opportunity to run and get me another DS, because I didn't have a DSi. I've just been rocking a DS Lite for like so long. It was like the first ones came out, and it's yeah, it's one of those old DSs that totally like, yeah. It's the first DS Lites that came out, and they had that little breakage problem right there. But yeah, it's been serving me well, except for that whole issue with the stylus I had. Just ripped up the screen protector down there. Thank goodness for that, except I can't remove it. Yeah, so I'm finally getting another DSi XL, because I didn't want to spend the amount for the 3DS for the 5 hours it's going to work. Not that it's a bad thing. I mean, it looks totally awesome. Probably have it connected to a wall most of the time. And then there's going to be like upgradable batteries probably. So it'd still be worth it if I got it, but I don't have that much money to throw around right now. Though, yeah, the next 3DS is probably going to be really awesome. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to hold out till that, or until I can't wait anymore, because Street Fighter 4 looks awesome. I want to get in on that. Also Pilot Wings, because I haven't played that since Nintendo 64, and I didn't even play it for the missions. I just like, oh, what's in here? Because you basically, the whole game centers around this whole island, kind of like Wii Sports Resort, and you just like go through different parts of that island on whatever mission you're on. And my thing was like trying to get the gyrocopter through the caves you use in the jetpack level. I think it's jetpack level. It's been a long time. But yeah, doing the whole Death Star thing through there. That was an interesting kid. Yeah. Another silly purchase was this backpack I got right here. It's yeah, my backpack's got jets now. So yeah, I don't know, I just couldn't resist that. Nasty. Hair. A little fleck of hair got in there. Just pick it out. Yeah, it did more harm than it fixed. I hate when you get something in your drink and you can never drink it again. That's something that happens to me. So work has been really heavy. It was actually this point at work where my manager came up and he's like, you know that thing where you're stepping over those things? You can't do that anymore. And I have like really severe OCD, and that just like messes with me. Like every time I see a pattern or notice a pattern, I can't stop thinking of that pattern. And for some reason I can't explain, one or more of those parts of the pattern is bad. Like, I don't know, I don't usually have a problem with the color yellow, but they painted like yellow warning lines around every hallway. So every time I go through those hallways, I get like really dizzy. And I have to like avoid touching the yellow parts. So yeah, I don't know why you had a problem with that. Didn't affect my work. It was just not normal, I guess. What else? Oh yeah. So, waiting on that Pokemon to come in. And that's driving me crazy. I've just been like refreshing the tracking things on the computer. It's just bonkers. I don't know what the first thing I'm gonna do, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get it in time to like redeem Victini, because that whole event ends on the 10th, and I don't know, suddenly the shipping estimate says it'll get here by the 13th, and it's like not cool. So yeah, I've got a friend who's willing to trade me a Victini, but I don't want to take their Victini, I want my own Victini. Because, you know, how else would our Victinis become friends and prance around in the dream world? Anyway, so things are looking alright. I'm going to try to keep doing this. I mean, I'm watching other people vlog, and the vlog every day in April thing's going on, and I'm watching more people vlog, and I'm like, oh man, what was that thing that I used to do? I gotta start doing that again. Yeah, it's seeing into people's everyday life is interesting, and I always felt stressed to talk about things like every other day is a little weird. I don't know. Maybe I should try this every day. Probably gonna do it every other day. I'm more comfortable doing it every other day, but I'm working a lot of hours, and I barely have 1 or 2 days off a week, so that's pretty lame. Oh, I also downloaded the OC Remix album for Pokemon games. It's something missing number something, I guess. Link in the doobly-doo. Yeah, anyway, that's pretty awesome. I've been listening to that a lot today. I don't remember when it came out. I think it came out back in February. And I just haven't listened to it because I'm lame. But yeah, not lame, more like busy. It's awesome. The tracks are there. They're remixed. Some of them got lyrics I haven't even thought of. Again. Yeah, I'm still playing Diamond for all things. I haven't even gotten gold or silver. A friend of mine got silver, so I was gonna get gold. That's something you gotta coordinate with your friends. Man, I remember when I got red, my brother was like, dude, you gotta get this game. I was like, what game? This is back in like 95 when we were reading like the previews for games in Nintendo Power. So, we were anticipating Pokemon for like every day until it came out. I think that was in like 96 or probably 96. And I was just reading the comic books that came in the Nintendo Power, strategizing like the walkthroughs through the first couple gyms, and man, we were like totally set. I mean, we had everything planned out before we got the games. I was all like, I'll get the red one, you get the blue one. as soon as you catch this, I'm going to trade with you. And we just totally did that. And it was awesome. That's why I like the Pokemon games. That's why it has such a deep-seated thing in my heart, because it promotes friendship and communication. After he quit playing Pokemon Blue, and I was stuck trying to complete my Pokedex, I was screwed. Because as soon as I went to school, this is high school, mind you, it's just like, no one was into Pokemon, and I was way too old to be playing it, apparently. So, yeah, I only found like one kid, and he was like, maybe in junior high, and we never ended up getting to trade. So I was sad about that. But yeah, hopefully all the new stuff I'll get to trade more. I mean, I got to trade quite a few times in Diamond, because like, got a Japanese Shieldon, I got a couple things from Pearl, got a Bulbasaur, not a Charmander. I really want a Charmander. That's my favorite. I love Charmander, he's so cute. And then when he grows up, you can just ride on his back and fly everywhere you want. It is awesome. He's got to be the best Pokemon. Oh, yeah. Little Dirt's not going to be harmful. I'm just kind of parched. It got really warm, and then it stormed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it reminds me. There was this massive hailstorm last night. I don't know if I'm going to include a video of that, because I took video of it, because my mother's screaming, "Take a picture of the hail," because she's worried about auto damage, and yeah, sure enough, there were dents all over our cars. So yeah, it's really bad hail. Like, I saw the biggest one was like this. By the time I got my still camera, they were mostly melted, so probably got pictures like of things that big. Yeah, I thought my windows were gonna break. That was messed up. So we got pictures, videos of that. So if the insurance gives us any guff, we'll like send those in. It was like, gotcha. But yeah, it's really massive hail, and for no reason, out of nowhere, in April. That was pretty exciting. What else? So I'm hoping my new DSi comes in tomorrow. It's the Mario edition. I was like lucky enough to find one for $179 still. So I'm glad about that. I actually ordered one the same day, and it was like new, used. I didn't care. It came with the game, which I'm going to give to a friend anyway, because I already got Mario Kart, which would be kind of cool, because then I can race someone with Mario Kart, and it's the most fun you can have with Mario Kart. So, but yeah, that was canceled like the same night. I was like, what? So I had to find somewhere else to buy it, and luckily, you know, found another place, because that's mostly either sold out or overpriced, because like it's $200 new on Amazon. Unless you buy it new, buy it used, then it's like $1.60 or something. And even then, people hardly include the game, or they use the touchpad without a screen protector, and I hate that. I hate when someone like scratches on a screen. I'm all like, there's a cheap product you can put on that so you don't ruin it for the rest of us. Yeah, that's, I don't know, that's something I just can't do. I can't, like, touch things. Like, whenever I get a product and it's got the little film over, like, the screens or something like that, I can't peel that off. But then, sure enough, someone always comes in and they're like, "Oh, you know you got this there," and they just rip it off, and I'm like, yeah, this is a pretty mean backpack. I don't know what I'm gonna put into it. The straps, yeah, I guess they're alright, but, you know, they're a little small for my tastes. And the rocket missile, thingamajig always flops over. Imagine it's going to be my convention bag. Oh, speaking of which, this kind of gave me an idea for certain cosplays, because it's not really like a nice decaled one. I might end up like getting a green and what was it, cyan like hoodie or something, and get the Hasbro helmet and just do like Boba Fett the awkward years, like when he's going through middle school and he's got to like deal with the fact that, you know, he's got a helmet and people make fun of him because, like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that all the way through, but it sounded funny at the time. Oh man, I've got to work tomorrow, so I gotta shut this off. Anyway, I'm gonna try to keep doing this so I can have like an adequate thing going this year. Anyway, that's all I got. Bye.